Hello everyone and welcome back to Week in the Life of Social Work. I'm Mama Lou.
And I'm Papa James.
And today's video is going to be about building rapport.
The importance of building rapport.
That's right.
But before we get started, I'm going to let y'all take a quick look into our week, and then we'll be right back with you.
Hello, today is Tuesday, and I just dropped my little one off, Pee-wee, at daycare, and I'm headed to work now. Today, we do what you call intakes. We only do intakes certain days out the week, 3 days out the week, which is good. I don't know what I would do if we had to do them every morning. Y'all, guess what? We don't even have any intakes. Not even one. I'm excited. Okay, so I'm walking back to my vehicle, my car. And I'm done for today. To go back to the office and type up all this paperwork.
What's up? It's your boy Papa James, and you are now tuning in to a day in the life of a social worker. So let's go. It's Monday. Mondays are not like the best days for me or the kids. I don't feel like seeing them. I don't feel like seeing them. It's Tuesday. I just got out of a session with one of my young men, and I think we had a real good session. Like, I got through to him. We built some good rapport, and I'm looking forward to the next sessions to come. It's Wednesday. I'm on my way into a school to see 3 or 4 kids. I'm not sure. They all at one school. My high school kids. So wish me luck. Hopefully they here. Hopefully they not not here. Alright. Alright, so you just saw a week. And today we're talking about why it's important to build rapport.
Yeah.
And to some of y'all like, what is rapport? Rapport is just like what a relationship and like trust, building your trust with the person, just having a good rapport, like he or she feels a good way about you, maybe.
Being understanding, being able to understand who they are, why they feel like this, and just basically understanding their dynamic of things, and gaining a relationship with that, and the way they think, the way they believe, the way they act, just stuff like that, just building that rapport. And you're constantly building rapport. It's not just something like, oh, they came to me the first day and I know them. You're constantly building rapport. Every session you have, you're constantly building rapport.
So like, building rapport is just basically having a good relationship. Usually when I start a session with a person I don't know, I'm just now meeting, you get a little background on them. You get to know why they're there and all that. But I always like to hear their side of the story, not what's just in the database. I want to know what is their perspective of what happened,
Right. I like to ask questions. I ask my families a lot of questions whenever I meet them, and I do that just to gain more insight on their situation, gain more insight on their background, gain more insight on why they believe the way they believe, and why they, I just try to ask questions when I don't understand. And most of my parents, most of the family is willing to tell me whatever it is that will help the youth, and that's the goal.
We work with children. But, when you work with a child, you automatically have to work with a guardian.
Exactly.
Whether that be a foster parent, the biological parent, an auntie, or, whoever. But you have to deal with the person that's over them, too.
Right.
And I don't mean deal with, but I'm saying they are a part of the therapy just as much as the kid is.
Right.
So you have to build a rapport with the family too, because you don't want to have one force working against you. You want it all to work together.
Right.
With my kids though, we usually start off, and I got this from her, start off with a little icebreaker with like a all about me worksheet. You want to tell them about it?
It's basically self-explanatory, just basically different questions about favorite color, favorite number, favorite food, what do they like to do for fun, just different little things that they put on there. And I say that you can do it with young kids, older kids. It can be done with anyone really.
Right. Just
like a little icebreaker to kind of like, and I do one myself just to make the kid, so the kid can learn more about me as well. I like to be more like, like we're gonna do, every time we do it, I do it with them. Like they're never doing it alone. And I think they appreciate that. So yeah.
When they walk in, I try to put myself in their shoes. I'm walking into this strange guy that I don't know, and this is a personal place. You sharing something personal, and they might have been forced to be there. They might have not been forced to be there. But when you're dealing with minors, though, most of the time it's not even their choice if they have to be there. It's their parents' choice, or sometimes the youth court choice.
Ordered.
Yeah, it's court ordered. So. You have to get through that, and the only way to get through that to me is by building a good rapport. If they in a bad mood, we can just talk about why they in a bad mood. Like we never have to stick to one thing. It's like it's all about them. So wherever they at, if they come in there and they mad about somebody said something to them on the way in the highway, we can talk about that. I'm not just so focused on what you here for the first time I meet you. We're gonna get to that. It's a slow process.
Right. And where James is coming from, we call that start where the client is. Basically starting where they are when they come to your session. The other stuff, because if you don't fix that, the session gonna be through. If they come up and they're mad about something and you don't address that, then you might as well forget about talking about everything else, because they're not gonna want to talk about that. So learning how to start where the client is, so that things can flow better.
Yeah, and that's how rapport is, just making it to where it's like a good flow. Y'all have a good relationship with each other. They know a little bit about you. You know a little bit about them, and it's like not like you ain't gotta share your personal life, but I'm saying like y'all have an understanding,
right?
And we can. They feel all right telling you stuff, because it's like they sharing stuff that might have hurt them, like the worst thing that might have ever happened to them in life so far, and they got to share that with you.
Right.
And they got to trust you to do the right thing with them and not judge them and look down on them and talk to them any kind of way. They really in a vulnerable position, but you want to flip that around and make them feel in more like an empowered position.
Right. Yeah. That's absolutely what it is. So, do you have anything else you want to share about building rapport? It's basically self-explanatory. A lot of people probably don't know what building rapport is, but they're just a small little summary about actually what it is. But if you have any other questions, concerns, or comments, drop them below, and we'll be more than happy to answer those questions as well. And yeah, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. And we'll see you next time on Week in the Life of Social Work.